All Sony ponies come to the front of the class, because let me tell you one thing about this specific game right here. The amount of surprises that have came alongside the release of Astro Bot is, pun intended, astronomical, as the reviews are out of this world. Now, Analytic Dreamz video on Spotify to see the video along with the audio. But what I'm currently showing you right here is basically all of the reviews from major publications. As you can see, everybody is saying this is a masterpiece. Everybody is saying this is a classic. As far as the specific quotes, IGN gave it an 8.5 out of 10, basically saying Astro Bot is a delightful platformer that showcases the capabilities of the PS5, its charming characters, and inventive levels make it a must play. GameSpot gave it a 9 out of 10, saying Astro Bot is a joyous experience that combines clever level design with a heartfelt tribute to PlayStation's history. And of course, to round it off, Eurogamer gave it recommended, which is their way of scoring different games, by saying Astro Bot is a charming and inventive, I keep messing that word up, platformer that makes excellent use of the PS5 features, delivering a memorable experience. Now, why did I jump right into the reviews of this game as far as Astro Bot? Because I don't know if y'all know, but this bot in particular made an appearance when the first PlayStation 5, well, not the first, well, I guess the first after tomorrow, but basically, or after today technically, PlayStation 5, when it came out, it had a game attached to it called Astro's Playroom, which was serving as the tech demo for the PS5 DualSense controller. So the reason for Astro Playroom being for free when you first purchase your PS5 is because they wanted you to get a sense of what the PS5 DualSense controller can actually do. And you play as a small robot as he explores the inside of a PS5 console, navigating through its four main worlds: the cooling springs, GPU, jungle, memory meadows, and the SSD speedway. So of course, each was showcasing different features of the DualSense controller, such as haptic feedback and adaptive triggers. And that is why whenever they announced a sequel, because that game came out in November 12th, 2020, so basically during the pandemic. So 4 years later, September 6th, 2024, the sequel is released. Developed by Team Asobi, published by Sony, of course, which is a exclusive for the PlayStation platform. Well, exclusive for PlayStation 5, to be more specific. I know people still out there talking about retro consoles and calling them current gen as far as the PS4, which is just horrendously incorrect, but it's okay. We're just gonna let y'all live. We're gonna get back to that at a later date. So Astro Bot, in this particular sequel, you're exploring over 50 planets, each filled with unique challenges and surprises. But one of the biggest things I wanted to get into as far as the Astro Bot video game is the way that they're using certain PlayStation characters and Sony exclusive characters to show up in the midst of the game. As far as Kratos, as far as the girl from Horizon, I forgot her name. I've never played that game, but a lot of Sony exclusives as far as IP are popping up into this specific game, to the point where it has an inclusion of 150 PlayStation characters in the game. Now, of course, with me being a humongous Spider-Man fan, I was wondering if he was going to be included in this game, but I guess I had to play it for myself to find out, because they didn't use him in any of the teaser trailers, which I'm thinking if they actually had Spider-Man in the actual game making a cameo, they would have put more emphasis on it. So I don't know if he'll be in the game, but hey, I'm open to being wrong. So the runtime for the game is about 12 to 15 hours, very short game, 40, but basically 40-hour open world formats, meaning that it's 12 to 15 to get through the game as far as hours, but 40 hours as far as explorative options and the extra side quests that you can do. And this was conducted by a team of 65 employees, when referring to Team Asobi, who is more known for making lighthearted games. And with that being said, the overall industry reflection of Team Asobi is that it is being compared to Nintendo developers, because for the simple fact that this game is so good that it's being compared to, wait for it, it's being compared to Mario. Yes, ladies and gentlemen, Astro Bot, the game that just came out September 6, 2024, is getting such high praise. They are comparing the game to Mario. So as far as the platforming, it better be not even top tier. It better be top 2, and of course it can't be number 1 because that's for Mario. But as far as Team Asobi getting the nod of giving them Nintendo developer vibes, as far as Astro Bot being compared to Mario, out of all the games you can compare this game to, people comparing this game to Mario is insane. But with all the scores around the board, giving it 8 to 9s to 100s out of 10, 100 out of 10, 100 out of 100. Basically, everybody is coming out to say that this game is definitely establishing Astro Bot as a potential heavyweight in the PlayStation mascot race, as far as being the figurehead. So when you compare it to Mario, when you're saying Astro Bot can be the potential PlayStation mascot, when everybody is out here talking about how it's very comparable to the best of Super Mario's platformers, that is super high praise. I would never, ever go into a game with that amount of expectations. So if you're going into Astro Bot, please don't think it's going to be the next coming of Mario, because in general, I don't know why my Alexa was talking to me, but it's okay. I don't think it's going to talk to me anymore. Anyways, I don't think y'all heard that. But what was I saying? Oh yeah, Astro Bot and Mario, as far as it being the flagships for Mario, obviously it's Nintendo. For Astro Bot, it's PlayStation, and more specifically the PlayStation 5. It's apparent that I point out the sales as far as on the PlayStation platform, because there's one thing about Sony ponies. They will hype up a game and then not buy it. I'm talking about all the people who's claiming Spider-Man 2 should have been Game of the Year, but when you look at the comparative sales, Baldur's Gate 3 literally blew it out of the water, when obviously Spider-Man's a stronger IP. Now, some would say it's because of it exclusively being on the platform, until a report came out that 60 to 80% of PlayStation owners didn't even buy Spider-Man 2. So I'm just completely confused on why PlayStation owners talk so much about their exclusives but never buy them. I mean, if you look at the top 5 currently, it's all cross-platform. Right here, you have 2K25, you have Fortnite, Astro Bot, which, it just came out, but still, congratulations to that for being in the top 3. Call of Duty, college football, and Madden 25. Oh, y'all want to know what the other what the follow-up games are? Wukong, shout out to Wukong, definitely covering that in my next episode coming out soon. Roblox, Grand Theft Auto 5, and Star Wars Outlaws. That was the top 10 games as far as PlayStation platform is considered. And also another tidbit as far as gameplay wise, I'm definitely doing a gameplay walkthrough for Star Wars Outlaws. As far as Elden Ring, Millennia is just got to take her W for now, because there's too many games to play and I got to stay up to date, because this is technically a job. So with that being said, I'm leaning towards buying Outlaws and streaming the whole thing. So definitely make sure to click my link tree in my bio and follow my Twitter and my YouTube to get notifications as far as when I go live. So with that being considered, let's get back into Astro Bot. So overall, you can tell that everybody is coming together to say this is one of the best pieces of content PlayStation has ever put out. Super high praise. There's nothing else to point out besides the fact that they're comparing this to the peak of Mario. Because I don't know if y'all know, but Mario is the greatest video game character ever created. Now, that may make some gamers upset or mad, and they may bring up Tetris or Roblox or Minecraft or Fortnite, but Mario held down gaming in the Nintendo DS era, and even before then. I don't know why I'm blanking on it. It was like the smaller one, the Game Boy Advance. I think that's what I'm thinking of. It held gaming down during that time to the point where it's always going to be cemented in history as the savior of gaming, because Mario really took gaming to a whole nother level before there was a Fortnite, before there was a Roblox, before there was a Minecraft. I mean, before there was all these other platformers to come out, you know, and subsequently come out. Mario was the originator as far as platforming innovation. So never let that be misconstrued in any praise people give to platformers. It probably took a little bit, not probably, it did take a little bit from Mario. So with that being said, them comparing Astro Bot to Mario was something I did not expect. All of these 10s or 9s across the board was something I did not expect. The widespread acclaim emerging as the highest rated game of 2024, which inevitably makes it a contender for Game of the Year. Now, I don't know how Xbox players are feeling right now, but Wukong, Astro Bot having such high critical acclaim currently, and neither one of those games are allowed on the Xbox platform, has to hurt. There's just no other way to put it. As far as high quality and top tier content, it is exclusively locked behind the PlayStation console. That has to suck. But anyways, you know, with that being said, that's all I've really had to talk about as far as Astro Bot. With that being said, you know, click my link tree in my bio. Let me know on one of my social medias. What do you think about the overall reception of Astro Bot that is now out on all, not all platforms. Look at me being petty. That is now exclusively out on the PlayStation 5. And will you be picking up the game? And what is your takeaway from Astro Bot being compared to the peak of Mario platformers?